Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn about Human Development Index, an important topic from Chapter 8, Growth and Development. So what is Human Development Index? First launched in the 1990, the Human Development Report uses the Human Development Index as a key tool to measure and compare the socioeconomic development of different nations. It is a composite index that considers three main factors: health, education, and income. So what are the steps in calculating Human Development Index? There are mainly two steps to calculate Human Development Index. First, we need to calculate the three-dimension index and then aggregate the resulting index to get the overall Human Development Index. In the first step, we can see something called the dimension index. Here we can see. So what is a dimension index? A dimension index is a standardized score for a specific component of Human Development Index. This allows an apples-to-apples comparison across different indicators and countries. Now we can see the equation for dimension index, which takes the difference between the actual value and minimum value divided by the difference of the maximum value and minimum value. Now let's move on to one of the main components. First off is the Health Development Index. So the Health Development Index uses life expectancy at birth as the actual value. The minimum value for it is 20 years and the maximum is 83, which was the highest life expectancy observed in any country. Here we can see the health index equation. Next off is the education index. Education index uses a combination of the average year of schooling for adults aged 25 and the expected year of schooling for a school-aged child. So here we can see the equation for the average year of schooling, where the minimum value is 13.3, which is the expected year of schooling for an adult aged 25. Next up is the expected year of schooling, where we can see the maximum value is 18. So we take these two sub-indexes and we combine them with the geometric mean to get the final education index. Here below we can see the final equation for the education index. Now let's move on to our next index, which is the income index. Income index. So income index mainly uses gross national income per capita, but it is adjusted using a logarithm. So why do we adjust it using logarithms? Because to reflect on the principle of diminishing marginal utility, meaning that an extra dollar to a poor person means much more than a dollar to a rich person. So here we can see the equation for the income index. Now we got to know all these indexes. To compute Human Development Index, we need to know the main equation. So let's move to the main equation. To compute Human Development Index, we use a geometric mean. So here we can see the equation for the Human Development Index, which uses the cubic root of all the three indexes. So here H stands for Health Index, E stands for Education Index, and I stands for Income Index. So after calculating the Human Development Index, we get a score from 0 to 1. We can use this score to rank a country based on their Human Development Index. So here we can see a chart which shows from low to very high human development using the Human Development Index ranking system. So for low human development, we see the score needs to be from 0 to 0.535. For medium, it needs to be from 0.536 to 0.711. 0.712 to 0.799 is for high human development, and for the very high human development, it needs to be from 0.8 to 0.1. Now that we have learned about Human Development Index and its ranking system, we can see an example. So let's see it. Here is an example of Ghana. We can see that the life expectancy at birth, mean year of schooling, expected year of schooling, and GNI per capita is given here. Using this data, we can calculate each indexes and calculate the Human Development Index. So first is the life expectancy index or the health index. Here we can see the actual is 64.6. So we calculate the life expectancy and get 0.701. Next is the mean year of schooling index, which we get at 0.527. Next is the expected year of schooling, which is 0.634, and then is the education index we get is 0.5. Next is the income index. We use logarithm in this index and we get 0.417, and then we calculate the human development index, which is 0.9%. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have learned about the topic.